Hi, everybody. My name is Erica Faulk, and I am accompanied by Sophia, Josh, and Gwen. And our project is helping mature businesses adapt to the online world. To begin with, I'm going to pass it off to Sophia to talk about the company.
So, as we all know, the National Institute for Social Media, NISM, is an organization that works to educate individuals and agencies on different aspects of social media through a curriculum that they developed, which results ultimately in their social media certification. The certification focuses on 6 key content domains to be tested on, which are strategic planning, compliance and governance, social media marketing, project and campaign management, community management, and then research and analysis. So by focusing on these key areas, NISM works to elevate one's social media expertise and their credibility. So while building their company for the past 10 years, NISM has developed some key strengths. To start, the company has branded itself with some strong core values, which are trust, community, respect, and lifelong learning. And these have set the foundation for how NISM conducts business. To implement these values, the NISM team is made up of educators and leaders in the social media field. And these expertise, they validate the certification to a certain degree. And the company has also partnered with other organizations and universities, which include but aren't limited to Social Media Recruiting Association, St. Mary's University, which is based near their headquarters, and Forge Social, and more universities and more organizations that support these values and accredit the certificate. And through the NISM certificate, you become part of a community which you have access to resources like helpful blog posts, webinars, and educated leaders and more. So then moving on to the weaknesses, while they carry many strengths, they face a few weaknesses. A potential weakness could be that the company's certification is pricey and could potentially be out of budget for agencies that would need it most. And then furthermore, some agencies might not be able to see past the initial investment and understand the certificate's long-term benefits due to its price. And as we've all seen with the presence of social media growing rapidly, and as social media becomes a part of our greater everyday lives, there are more and more opportunities for NISM. One of them being that more and more individuals are making social media their full-time careers. So this creates a new market segment of individuals that could benefit from the certificate that otherwise might not have needed it. And then similarly, this certification could be appeal to individuals looking to make social media their full-time career, and it acts as like a great resume builder. And then finally, as the social media industry continues to grow every day, so does the number of certifications available. So this creates a possible threat for NISM and its certificate. Many companies have developed certificates that to an uneducated consumer can seem very similar to this one, but they are half the price or even free. And then some companies actually have certifications that are similar, but they offer discounts to seniors or students. So these are potential threats that the company could face. And now I'll hand it off to Gwen.
All right, so I'm going to be talking about our situation analysis. So for the market demographics, the ideal population for our campaign is small business owners who are trying to go from brick and mortar stores and expand into an e-commerce platform. These individuals can be any age or gender, but specifically have little to no experience in digital and social media marketing with a desire to learn. They have begun to use the online world to advertise their business. This being said, they will benefit from the National Institute of Social Media's Social Media Strategist certification. And then for market growth trends, as online-only retail stores gain traction and almost every well-known brand offers an online platform as well, consumers are much less likely to go in person to visit stores. Malls are slowly dying out as less and less people frequent them. However, there remains a need for in-person stores as well, depending on the needs of the individual consumer. Post-pandemic, the virtual world is crucial to utilize for advertising to increase visibility. This being said, as an established brick and mortar store, switching entirely to e-commerce would not be successful either. The hybrid of both would account for optimal sales. Consumers nearly expect most of their favorite brands to provide an online option additionally. And then as for competition, for direct, HubSpot is an inbound marketing, sales, and service software company that provides tools for social media marketing, as well as customer relationship management and web analytics. The company was founded in 2006 and grew to $1 billion in revenue by 2021. They provide courses and certifications in many different areas of inbound marketing. Additionally, HubSpot provides its users tools and tutorials to help companies and individuals develop their skills. As well as HubSpot, we also have LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning is a subsidiary of LinkedIn that offers courses in business, technology, and creative. They provide over 16,000 online courses developing in-demand skills. These courses include Excel, Python, social media marketing, and a lot more. LinkedIn provides a broad range of subjects and course offerings. And then for indirect competitors, we have Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a social media management platform that simplifies the management of several social media accounts and networks. Hootsuite is designed as a dashboard where the user can integrate all other social media accounts like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and any other platform they want. The goal is to make social media marketing for every platform easily accessible in one place. And then lastly, we have Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a service by Google that tracks website traffic such as duration of visit, pages per visit, and bounce rate of site users. It is also able to be integrated with other Google services like Google Ads, where users can review conversions of the ads that they create. Their interface is designed like a dashboard as well, simple to use for an average user, and identifies poorly performing pages. E-commerce reporting can track sales in relation to website traffic and correlate this with revenue. Next, I'm going to pass it off to Erica, and she's going to talk about our strategy.
Now we're going to be talking about our marketing strategy. So to begin with that, we need our value proposition. Why is this going to be lucrative for NISM? To begin with, there is an extreme value in this campaign. So according to Statistica, only 25% of small businesses remain unaffected by the COVID-19 pandemic. So this means that there is a majority of businesses who have already had to become accustomed to change in their businesses to stay profitable in this online world. NISM could have a great value by targeting these businesses, by appealing to their unease towards staying afloat in the unknown future. The certification can then be seen as a beacon of hope for these unsure times, and it can be seen as a mutually beneficial for both NISM and these small businesses, because the small businesses will be learning how to adapt their platform online, and NISM will be having more people purchasing their NISM SMS certification. So moving off of that, the target market that we want is based on the 3.17 million small businesses in the US. This is an extremely large number, but it would be in vain attempting to go after every single small business in the US. What we need to do is specifically go after the ones who are willing to adapt to the online world. We will be able to do that by seeing what businesses have already begun to make steps towards this in the form of possibly accepting their Yelp page or making their own Facebook page for their business. We also would want the target market to be around 40 years and older, because we feel that if they're younger, they would already have the basic tools that they would need to learn how to adapt their business to the online world. If they're 40 years and older, they wouldn't have grown up most likely with this internet world and would need help learning how to adapt and use social media, how to make their company more profitable in the long run. So now we have our creative brief. As we've mentioned, our campaign name is Helping Mature Businesses Adapt to the Online World, and we believe that this project could be in the short term over the summer, so from June 1st to September 1st. The overview here, we just have the exact same, talking about how the target market is extremely large, but we want to go after people who are going specifically and have already made strides towards the online market. Following that, we talk about our project deliverables. As Josh will go into later, we will have 4 deliverables in this campaign: a main campaign ad, a hero ad that will be for utilization on Facebook, and 3 secondary ads. So a possible internal factor that could compromise the completion of this project is ensuring that all of these advertisements are not created in a manner that only people who have grown up with social media would understand. We need to make sure that these are understandable to our target market of 40 years and above. If they're not, then they lose all value, and these owners don't understand what they're even being offered or what the possible benefits of the NISM certificate is. Aside from that, an external factor that could compromise this is finding the right locations to post these advertisements. If we aren't putting them on the right platforms, or if we aren't paying the right amount to Facebook to advertise these, we might not even have our target market see them in the long run. So we need to ensure that we do our research on the platforms and their advertising packages that we could purchase. So the campaign concept statement is, we say here that our audience is of small business owners that need the solution of the SMS certification because of the COVID-19 pandemic, as I mentioned. And also this certification will provide the tools needed to develop these skills for executing social media strategies that expand both brand awareness, enhance customer experience, and maximize the revenue potential. One way that we can make the audience believe our message is to provide possible testimonials in the long run aside from these advertisements, to make them know that there are people out there that have flourished using the NISM SMS certification post-pandemic. Following that, we wanted to mention that it is important that our campaign does not invoke a sense of shame towards these small business owners. We understand that they may not understand, all of the ins and outs of social media, and we want them to understand that that's okay. NISM certification will teach them what they need to know and guide them into the online world so that they could use them to be more profitable. So the campaign inspiration for this would be the layout and the tone of the current NISM Instagram posts, using similar fonts and layouts in order to create a sense of unity. Lastly, we have the projects possible and the specific people that would be helpful in making decisions, keeping them accountable, responsible, consulted, and informed. Now I'm going to pass it off to Josh to describe the actual campaign.
So for our marketing, in terms of promotion and distribution, we will have our ads on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, as well as billboards, bus stations, and magazines. And all of these advertisements create a sense of scarcity and urgency, which will encourage the people who are exposed to this ad to act quickly. So all of these ads are targeted towards business owners that are not digital natives, and they all follow a three-step process. First, we state the problem, which is stagnating business growth. 2, introduce the solution through the SMS certification, and apply pressure with the fear of missing out. And to the right, we can see our hero ad created by Erica. It says, your business can reach new heights. Become a social media master. Limited seats available. Get certified today. And all of our ads will be in Facebook's Square format, which enables them to be easily transferred to all social media platforms. And moving on, this is the ad created by Sophia. It says, invest in your future now. Purchase our certificate now and receive our free continuing education credits later. And this focuses on continuing education to maintain strong business performance. And this ad was created by Gwen. It says, evolve your business as quickly as the online world and get certified today. And this ad is focused on adapting your business's online presence by expanding to more platforms. This ad was created by me, and it says, stuck behind the times, modernize your business with our social media certification before it's too late. This focuses on scrapping antiquated technology to modernize your business. Now moving on to key performance indicators. For the ads, we're going to look at the engagement rate, conversion rate, impressions, and return on ad spending. We will carefully monitor the return on ad spending to fine-tune our campaign so that it is most successful and profitable for NISM. In terms of the websites, we're going to be looking at unique visits to the NISM website, the duration of these website visits, and the number of clicks on shop. And we hope that this advertising campaign will increase sales and grow our online presence through an increased number of impressions. Now I'm going to hand it off to Gwen to wrap things up.
All right, so if this work is successful for NISM, they should continue to provide these advertisements to the same demographic. As well as targeting new customers, it could devise a plan to support these businesses as they grow in their e-commerce platforms. Because they had helped these business owners already, there will be a foundation of trust, and they may continue to be loyal customers. E-commerce is an important part of selling in today's world, especially post-pandemic, so the need will be present for a long time. With this, NISM can continue to provide targeted courses in digital advertising to support these business owners to make for a mutually beneficial program.
Thank you.